I'm gonna bash your fucking head against the wall with a brick if you don't shut the up.
After disappearing from the internet for 9 months, ImAllexx's has finally responded to the allegations made against him by his former girlfriend, ImAllexx's, back in June 2024. I conceived, grew, and gave birth to my son, waiting for this response. It's a 1 hour, 42-minute video, so I watched it so you don't have to. But before we talk about ImAllexx's attempted comeback, it might be helpful to update you on why ImAllexx's was cancelled in the first place. It all started on June 15th, 2024, when ImAllexx's made a tweet saying, "Here's my statement on the situation I've been scared to speak out on. It's best if it was made public, how horrible this person with a platform is. I'd hate to see another woman go through this." Attached to this tweet was a link to a Google Drive containing multiple recorded Discord calls between ImAllexx's and Alice, a 24-minute voice note ImAllexx's sent to Alice after they broke up, in which he basically admitted to pretty much everything Alice accused him of, an 82-page Google Doc in which Alice detailed her horrible experience while dating ImAllexx's, and text messages confirming these stories. She started off by saying, "We started officially dating on March 17th, 2023, giving each other 100% of our attention, time, and effort with no arguments. After that, time passed, and small things became huge issues, which were over Discord at first. Alex felt that because I'm home all day and work from home, that I would be able to call 24/7 and completely shut out any other social interactions I have with my friends." Alice also shared screenshots of Alex allegedly telling her to harm herself after she informed him about her history of self-harm, calling her the R slur and the N-word, along with several cases of verbal abuse. According to Alice, Alex would also turn on his camera and start shouting at her on call.
Now, when it's too fucking late, you admit that you did everything fucking wrong. But when it actually matters, when you should lay down like a good fucking dog, you don't fucking do it. You fight for some reason. I don't know why you fight, because you're losing, because you end up admitting that you fucked it all up anyway. So it's just fucking weird. Sorry first.
So I'm a fucking whore mouth bitch retard cunt.
Is it generally because you're just fucking brain dead?
Yeah, I'm very brain dead, yeah.
Is that one?
You're acting like this is all just me, and that's something you really need to fucking fix.
I'm gonna fucking bash your fucking head against the wall with a brick if you don't shut the fuck up. Because this one, genuinely, this one, you fucked this, royally fucked this.
Later in the document, she also talked about opening up to Alex about her SA experience and the trauma she suffered due to the experience while they were on a trip to Italy, only for Alex to criticize her for bringing up weird she on our first holiday and ruining every moment. He then continued by saying, "I have no fond memories with you, actually none." He also threatened to get a flight back on his own, leaving Alice alone in Italy, despite knowing she couldn't navigate her way home alone. Apart from the alleged emotional abuse, Alice also accused Alex of physical violence, including putting her in a headlock and covering her mouth so she couldn't scream. On another occasion, Alice claimed that Alex allegedly kicked her in the back, and after she managed to turn on the camera, he started following her around the home.
Oh, what? I don't understand. It's not got anything to fucking be stuck up over. But for some reason, something isn't good enough for you. You get to do whatever you fucking want all day.
After throwing her out of the home and destroying her PC, Alex would then make a 180, reaching out to Alice to apologize for his actions, sending her really long voice notes to try and get her back, creating burner accounts to text her on Instagram, and even going as far as sending her a gift through Amazon with a special message. Unfortunately for Alex, this was the beginning of the end of his career. As soon as the Alice accusations went viral, he started receiving massive backlash online, with fans calling for his cancellation. Even his former friends and collaborators confirmed these accusations and turned their backs on him, like Will and E, who stated, "Firstly, I really hope Alice is doing well, and commend her massively for having the courage to get that out there." As Mia mentioned, there were rumors of his behavior earlier last year. Myself and a few others haven't had contact with him since, or been his friend for even longer. With that being said, the severity of the abuse that Alice published was far worse than anything I'd heard being discussed. What he put her through is inexcusable. With so much drama going on, ImAllexx's decided to take a break from his online presence, all while Alice continued to provide more information about the case, revealing that she actually got the police involved, and that Alex has been put down in the system, so anyone who knows how Clare law works can use this information to stay safe from him. However, this was the first point Alex addressed in his response video, accusing Alice of lying, while also stating that he had never been arrested or charged with any crimes, contrary to Alice's claims. According to Alex, Alice had actually contradicted herself by first claiming that she had documented his name under Clare's law, while also admitting that the police had dropped the case.
The police didn't do anything at all. These statements completely contradict each other, as it would not be possible for the police to have done nothing, and for the police to have put me on the system as a convicted criminal or as someone with a criminal record.
Although the response video was quite long, Alex didn't exactly touch on a whole lot of points. Instead, he spent most of the video denying the claims that he had been charged by the police, while the rest was spent accusing Alice of allegedly abusing him emotionally, verbally and physically, as well as manipulating him and threatening to fabricate stories about their relationship. According to Alex, Alice's Google document was intentionally written to make him look guilty, while she ignored the evidence of her own horrible behavior towards him. For example, remember how Alice claimed that Alex physically abused her and held her in a chokehold just days into their relationship? Well, Alex claimed that didn't actually happen, and his own proof was that their conversations during this same period were quite cordial.
Of October, a few days after we had moved in with each other. There are no texts from this time that even suggest that we were fighting or had been in a fight, and that's because this did not happen. On the 19th of October, Alice asked me to call, and the next text message was Alice asking me to sort out my bike in the garage. Later that same day, Alice asked me what's happening, and I tell her the cat had shut me in the cupboard because I was fixing our heating, and then that night we texted about packages arriving the next day. At 1 past midnight, Alice tells me she had made me pizza, and then on the 20th of October, Alice asked me what I want from the shop, and then we go on to talk about buying Pokemon cards. To claim we had a huge fight or I'd physically assaulted Alice is a lie. I never did these things Alice has accused me of doing, because this never happened.
On the contrary, Alex claimed that it was Alice who actually abused him physically, backing up his claims with several screenshots where she admitted to slapping him. Then there was the whole story about their pet cat, Bear. Apparently, Alice would sometimes take the cat away from Alex to provoke a reaction from him, leading to many more fights and unhealthy confrontations between the two. Just like Alice also stated in her document, Alex also accused her of isolating him from his friends, trying to turn them against him, and essentially ruining his life and career. He also shared screenshots from TikTok and Twitter comment sections, claiming that Alice was harassing him, despite claiming that she would no longer address the topic anymore after dropping her document. Because the whole drama happened so long ago, the internet seems to have moved on from the whole thing, with most of the comments trolling Alex for taking too long to respond. This took so long, I completely forgot bro existed. Others also pointed out how Alex conveniently left out the most incriminating part of the drama, while focusing on whataboutism instead. In response to the video, Alice put out emails and documents, revealing that she did take the case to the police, which essentially pulls down Alex's major argument. She then followed it up with a tweet saying, "All you've done is try to paint me out to be a liar, instead of owning up to what you did and taking accountability," which I'm sure will work in your favor after I post the rest, as well as screenshots from her document where she admitted that she was also toxic in the relationship. However, the comment that I believe would summarize most people's conclusion on this case is this one that read, "What I'm getting 40 minutes into this video is that this was a mutually severe toxic relationship where you both clearly hurt each other constantly. Both of you are in the wrong here. This should never have been released to the internet and should have been sorted privately." The big question here though is whether Alex would be able to make a successful comeback on YouTube, or this would finally mark the end of his career. Sure, the wholesome image everyone had of him has pretty much disappeared, especially since it turned out he said some pretty nasty things about his friends and was kinda egotistical behind that good guy persona.
Like most of my friends struggle to actually understand what I'm saying. But that's why I'm a professional and you're all not. And you think you can just ignore them because it's like, well, what's the worst that can happen? I don't know. Your boyfriend's a famous internet celebrity and doesn't trust these people because he has to keep his circle small. Because you might not have anything to fucking lose, because your life might be down the fucking drain, but I still have quite a lot that I would like to fucking...
But as we've seen with many such cases, sometimes people do recover from scandals like this, unfortunately. Guess we'll just have to wait and see how everything plays out.